We are live with Lunch Break Live. Chef Ibbi from Jamaica. What are you making today?
Live in living colors in Jamaica, land of sunshine. I'm making famous ITAL stew.
Amazing. Let's get cooking. Take it away.
Let's go. Let's get going. So this is actually pumpkins. I don't have to say organic because when we come out to Jamaica, and Jamaica farmers, everything is natural.
Yeah.
Very important to add the carrots and pumpkin from early because, especially the pumpkins, because you want to have that color. You want to have that bright color in the water, in the boiling water from an early stage. I think ITAL stew is one of the more nutritious food for plant-based eaters. Persons who take pride in eating plant-based. I think ITAL stew is one of the best. This is sweet potato. We do have cocoa, that type of root as well. And this is yam. Many person might know Usain Bolt, the fastest man in the world. He feeds on this to be the fastest man in the world. This is yellow yam. So I will be also peeling some of these. My favorite part of cooking stew is that I get to save the compost. I get to save the skin for compost, which actually is good for the microbiotics in the soil.
I love it. Welcome to Lunch Break Live, everybody who's just joining us all the way live with Chef Ibbi, who has created this amazing space. We're going to hear more about this. Veggie Meals on Wheels. This is incredible. Oh my gosh. And we're making this delicious stew. Take it away. Are you using the peel in the stew or is that for the compost?
No, I'm not doing it in the stew, but just as important, I like to save the skin, as I mentioned earlier, for composing.
Nice. That's important. Yes, take it away.
Here I go again with the potatoes. I don't know, we have 14 parishes here in Jamaica. Small island, about 3.5 million people. That was the last estimate. So each parish, you have different seasons. We have a parish called St. Elizabeth, and actually we get a lot of our scallions and thyme from there. So I'm going to go straight in the seasoning part of it, which is our scallions and our thyme, which we definitely have to. We don't have to cut up all the scallions. Some of it can just eat because the thing about stew is timing. Some things going from early and some things going late. So I'm just going to dice up some of this scallion as well, just to add to the flavor. And I really want to move actually to the stove now. And as you can see, I have my assistants here, kitchen assistants, and some of them are really waiting just to taste the food as well.
That's the fun part. That's the fun part. So you have cooking classes. You have cooking classes there, and you also are doing so much for the community. We're going to hear more about that too. So this, everybody, is amazing chef Ibbi Lion. He's taking us away, showing us. He also has a cooking class happening right now. We are a part of it. So he's getting his stove ready. Again, we are live from Jamaica. This is a rare experience. Never done this before. Love it. Chef Ibbi, go right ahead.
This is Scotch bonnet pepper, or this is very, very hot. I recommend, most persons have a problem when they're cooking either stew or soup because they allow it to burst in the pot, and that can be very, very not so good. because based on the fact that this is so hot, this can actually change the flavor and the taste, and you might not really enjoy it. So remember, don't add the pepper till later down in the stew. And you don't, if you're gonna put any holes in it, just use a fork and just maybe bore two holes. Don't cut it and drop it in the pot because that can be very, very hot. I'm gonna add this now to the water. This is a whole heap seasoning. This seasoning is manufactured by our company here in Jamaica, Veggie Meals On Wheels, the No Bone Zone. And ingredients is parsley, basil, crushed pepper, celery, and other spices. So if we're cooking and we don't use this, it's not complete. The only thing that this doesn't use it is porridge. Any protein, any tech food, whether sweetener, tempeh, tofu, and especially if you're doing wild rice or quinoa, this is good. So I'll add this now to the water along with some of the seasoning.
We are live all the way from Jamaica. Welcome to Lunch Break Live. We have Tom in the kitchen with us today, as well as Stacy from our clubhouse land has joined us over here. Christy as well. Tina is watching, and we have so many more watching live on Facebook. Ibbi is bringing the pot to action across the way here, bringing those spices. Did you add that to the water? Is that what's happening there? Tell us.
Yeah, so I add the olive seasoning and some scallion and thyme. I also, later down in the stew, I do have to add more olive seasoning and more thyme and scallion again. So you have the early add and then you have the later, adding later to it. So just to get the flavor of our already. Also for the lentils, because I'm going to use lentils. Many person want to know where vegetarians or vegan get their protein from. So legumes is one of the most available source of protein. So I recommend that when you're cooking an ITAL stew, beans or peas is very important. Today, I'm going to be doing brown lentils for this ITAL stew. So while this is simmering down, I'm going to be adding the brown lentils as well. Some person might call that stock water. Yeah, but I call it like it's very potent water.
And when Ibbi is not in the kitchen, everybody, we will find him hosting a radio show weekly where he shares his love of healthy living and wonderful music. You've written 2 books too. Look at this. Multitude of talents.
Yeah.
Very excited. Yes.
I mean, I think when your nutrition is up and your diet and you're having good sleep, I think you can move mountains. So yeah, I recommend persons to make sure they're having enough fruits and vegetables. And it's also good for the environment, sustainability, and also for the climate. So we're actually defenders of the earth.
And Ibbi, one thing that I don't know if people know, when they go to Jamaica, they definitely have to come and visit you, because what you have done by you reusing, taking bold steps, reusing, working with the natural resources to offset the cost of your decor. I wish we could see outside, but we're going to stay inside here in the kitchen. Keep going. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your flow there, but I definitely want to throw that in there. Turning trash into treasure. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes, yes. We'll have to have some pictures to add to the story of your space. That would be really cool. And is it true that you painted a U-Haul truck and you transport into a vegan kitchen? What?
Yes. We have in Jamaica there is a famous like scrap metal trade where they will take like trucks and cars and a lot of different scrap metal, and they will ship them back to different parts of the world to be melted down to create other products. So there was a U-Haul truck that was on the way. Actually, it's fully aluminum, which is great because, as you know, aluminum doesn't rust. So that will be great for kitchen. I know kitchen things are always spinning and stuff. So I actually took it and put out doors and windows and created a vegan kitchen. And that's good for younger people in Jamaica because they can use what they have to create their wealth and also to pass on generation health.
I love it. You're such an example for our future, turning trash into treasure, as Frida says. And as you said, thank you for watching. We also have Susan Hargraves is watching from Florida, I believe is where she's now. And get this, she has a group called Animal Hero Kids. So anyone who's out there, you can either be a mentor or your children can join up with a global movement for the climate, for veganism, for spreading the news about animals and taking care of them, that we're here with them. Yes. So that's Susan and Animal Hero Kids as well. All right. So we are live, Lunch Break Live, coming to you live. Now, one more thing. Somebody brought up those peppers. They use that, that those are really spicy. So which ones are they? Can you show us?
Yeah, I can show you. It's very spicy. You have to be cautious. You have to take precaution when using this pepper. I come in various colors. This one actually has green and yellow. Most of the time come in red. So normally I just see the logo here from a company, Veggie Meals On Wheels. So now I'm going to try to make the food as colorful as the logo looks, because as you know, colors in food is very important for your moods as well. And you know, we do have different moods and different things going on in our own psychological heavens. So it's good to have colors to bring out the best in you and really enhance your daily activities.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
So I'm gonna add some. I'm gonna add all this now that I chopped up. In the, as I say, I'm using an industrial stove, so lentils don't really take a lot of time to boil. It's one of the more easier peas. I recommend if person is going to use chickpea, which is the bonza beans, or red peas, I recommend that they soak it from at least 24 hours. I don't all want to be on gas stove, and that's good also to take notes on properties from the pot. If you're coming in late from work and you just want to whip up a good stew, I think the lentil is good to go. I'm going to take this to the pot and I'm going to bring it back to the camera for you all to feel a part of this great activity.
We love it. Thank you for joining us here on Lunch Break Live, y'all. We come to you live every single day at 12:30 to 1 o'clock Pacific. You can find this recipe and thousands of others over on JaneUnchained.com, including incredible stories, incredible news releases about what's happening globally in our food space with food justice, human rights, you name it, animal rights. We got you covered at JaneUnchained.com. Back to you, Chef Ibbi.
And of course, planting. I think you can find planting everywhere in the world. When I'm shopping and I go to a Caribbean market, or even one of the farmers market, you always can find planting. Planting have a sweetish taste, so that also enhance your taste bud and actually accentuate the look and also the taste of the stew. So as I mentioned earlier, certain things you add early and certain things you add later down when things are simmering down. So I will do add a small piece of plantain now that it can also boil out and enhance the sweetish taste. And of course I don't show you the coconut milk as well. And you have it right there. I will take this tray. And everyone can help with this in the house. Your daughter, your son, it's good also to involve them in cooking, because when they're a part of the process, the meal will taste much better.
Yes, include your family in the kitchen with you. It's such a great experience when you have the whole family working with you and participating. I ask you, Ibbi, what vegetables grow native there in Jamaica? I'm just curious. I think others would like to know that as well.
All right, so I'm gonna take a pot over.
Hold on, he's coming. We're going to watch him up close and personal in just a moment. He is cooking on that kitchen. He's also doing, this is amazing because he is also leading a cooking class. All right, take it away. Ooh. Yes, thank you. Ooh, beautiful. Yes.
So you see the colors already? Red, gold, and green, the color of the rainbow. Yeah, the color of the rainbow, that's what our island look, or our world look like all the way. If you are eye up, all different colors just come together and look unified just for our health and our well-being. So I'm going to take back this pot on the stove and I'm going to make it simmer down some more. And then I do want to add the coconut milk. I recommend coconut milk is very important for the completion of this stew because that actually is good for you. People normally use coconut on their skin, the oil, for their hair and all over. We in Jamaica have different types of coconut in different parishes again. So without coconut in the stew, I think it's not complete. So coconut is a very important ingredient to come on to ITAL stew. And I do want to explain that if you visit the island and you're looking for a vegan restaurant or a vegan spot, if you use the word ITAL, it's actually the same. So you could actually say ITAL or vegan. And it depends on where you go to. If you say strict vegetarian, yeah, you're going to be in the same boat as well. No process, no dairy, just keeping it real and rootical.
Now, is it possible we can just take the camera a little bit more towards you? Would that be okay? We just kind of skew it a little more towards you. I want to, yeah, thank you. That's perfect. And then down a teeny bit. It's so much fun to watch you cooking and making. Actually, there we go, right there, perfect. Hey, so we're wondering over here, what vegetables do you grow there? And do the coconuts and the plantains, are those native to Jamaica?
They are everything that I use today is grown locally. Thank goodness. There is a little bit of importation when it comes on to like maybe garlic. That's the only thing. But everything here, especially the thing that has been used also, I want to show this again, in the olive seasoning that we manufacture at our company, Veggie Meals On Wheels in No Bone Zone. It's also locally grown. It's important because farming and the farmers, we have to support them. First, for the restaurant, we grow. I was talking at Clubhouse recently. Tim Stacy was there, and Dave, and Sunday, Paula, and I was saying that we try to grow at least 30% of the produce used for the restaurant, and the other like 65% is from local farmers. And then, of course, maybe another 5% is from importation coming in. But I try to stick it as much as possible to local growth. We have a thing we say, build Jamaica, buy Jamaica. Yes.
I love it. Build Jamaica, buy Jamaica. Incredible. Now, where can people find your radio show?
My radio show, I host that show every Friday on a local radio station, which is listened by most of the persons living in Jamaica. It's our Best 100 FM. That BESS 100 FM. Interview musicians and also, importantly, persons who are starting a business, entrepreneurs, I normally interview them about their struggle, their triumphs, and how they actually get started. So it's very informative. So it's news, talk, and interviews. And persons can find it also on my IG page. So I want to show you I actually had a finished product. I'm going to put in the coconut milk now.
Thank you for joining us for Lunch Break Live today. We are watching Chef Ibbi all the way from Jamaica. Now, this gentleman took a leap of faith and decided to jump into being a vegan chef, got himself trained in Jamaica as well as Miami. He's a former mechanical engineer turned vegan chef. Come on. If he can do it, we can do it. We all can do it, right? We can all go plant-based, 100%, finding out cool recipes right here on Jane Unchained. All right, Ibbi, back to you. Take it away.
All right. You actually seen. So I want to describe this dish. We do have, this is actually the finished lentil stew here. I also have some quinoa. And many persons know quinoa is similar to just like when you cook your rice or your bulgur or your millets. And I add a little surprise, which is ackee. And ackee is the national dish here in Jamaica. But it's with ackee and saltfish. But because we are vegan, no animal, nothing that lives, breathes, eats, sweat. We are 100% for the animals, and we want to make sure we protect the environment. Because our carbon footprint is getting too high, too heavy.
Yes. We will let you get back to your cooking show. This is incredible. Wait, show us one more time up close if you don't mind. That is gorgeous. Look at this, everybody. So once it's in the pot, how long do you let it cook for? Just want to let everybody know.
All right, so the stew cooks for at least, depends on the flame or depends on the stove we are using. That's very important. So maybe 40 minutes to get a good simmer down. 40 minutes is good for lentil stew. Other peas take a longer time, but 40 minutes is good for the lentil stew. And as you know, quinoa, it depends on how you want it. Some people want their quinoa mushy, some people want it soft. And then ackee, I think there is a recipe there for the ackee. So definitely, most persons over the world will get an ackee in a tin, which is already cooked. So ackee going to take at least 10 minutes to prepare, if it's especially in a tin. And to want to say that if you come to Jamaica, we offer the vegan cooking class so you can actually learn how to prepare this meal. And very soon, we're going to be having that room on Clubhouse. So please follow Ibbi Lion. And if you follow Paige, you follow me, you follow Stacey, you follow me, we are one family.
Absolutely. And we are going to end our class here, our show here, Lunch Break Live, coming to you live every single day. Find this story, recipe, as well as some photographs of this food. And hopefully we'll get to see your space as well, Ibbi, I hope. And we will see you next time here on Lunch Break Live. Ibbi, it's always a pleasure to connect with you. Thank you so much. And we're going to say
so much. And be safe.
Peace, everybody. Peace and love.
Just love your veggies.
Absolutely. Thanks again. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks again. See you next time.
Thank you for watching. Take care.